There's a shift happening around your name right now. The same name that was once whispered in rooms of doubt is now being spoken with respect, honor, and quiet admiration. Those who once tried to stain your character are being silenced by voices that carry truth. Without you even knowing it, people are stepping up for you. People you've never met, people who've only felt your energy from afar. They defend you because something about your presence lingers. It's not just what you've said or done, it's the spirit behind your actions. It's the way you make people feel valued without even trying. That essence travels farther than you realize. It speaks louder than gossip ever could. There was a time when you felt misunderstood, when false stories about you spread faster than facts. You stayed quiet because you knew truth doesn't argue. It simply endures. Now that endurance is paying off. Those who once believed lies are now correcting them, and those who once looked away are now speaking up in your defense. Somewhere in a conversation you'll never hear, your name is being protected. Someone is saying, no, that's not who they are. You don't know them like I do. It might be a coworker, a friend of a friend, or a total stranger who's witnessed your integrity. But they see something pure in you, and they refuse to let your light be twisted by falsehood. Even people who don't get along with each other find common ground in defending you. That's the power of authentic energy. It disarms egos and demands respect. Your name has become a symbol of what's real in a world obsessed with pretending. The very ones who once criticized you are now being humbled by the truth. They're realizing the stories they believed about you were projections, reflections of their own insecurity. It's poetic justice in motion, not because you fought back, but because you stood firm and let the universe reveal what it needed to. What's happening is bigger than reputation. It's restoration. There's a divine reversal unfolding. Those who tried to tear you down are witnessing their efforts backfire. The ones who spoke evil over your name are now sitting in silence, unable to reconcile the lies they spread with the evidence of your grace. And here's the part that will make you smile. Even the so-called troublemakers, the ones with tempers, the ones who never hold back, they're stepping up to defend you. Because your authenticity has reached them. They've never met someone like you. Genuine, grounded, consistent. You've shown them that strength doesn't need to shout, it just needs to stand. You've always carried yourself with quiet dignity. Even when your name was dragged, you refused to retaliate. That restraint wasn't weakness, it was wisdom. You knew that those meant to see the truth eventually would, and now they are. There's beauty in this moment because what's protecting you now isn't image management or strategy. It's spiritual law. What's rooted in integrity cannot be uprooted by gossip. What's born from light can't be overshadowed by darkness. Some of the people defending you now were once spectators of your pain. They saw the attacks, the rumors, the misunderstandings, and they stayed quiet then. But silence becomes heavy when truth keeps showing itself. Now they're using their voices to balance what they once allowed to go unchecked. You might never know their names. You might never hear their words, but they exist. And they're proof that the energy you send into the world travels beyond sight. Your kindness has been a ripple effect that's reached shores you'll never visit. And for those who still cling to lies about you, time is their teacher. Life has a way of exposing the truth, not through confrontation, but through contrast. As your blessings unfold, the difference between rumor and reality becomes undeniable. This is what divine vindication looks like. Not revenge, not, "I told you so," but quiet elevation. The universe doesn't need to shout when it's setting the record straight. You've earned this protection through consistency. Through every season, you stayed kind when it would have been easier to become bitter. You kept showing up with integrity when others used deceit. And that unwavering authenticity has become your invisible shield. Even those who don't like you respect you now. Because no matter how hard they tried to mislabel you, your truth kept outlasting their narratives. There's a kind of power and peace that no chaos can overcome. This season marks your public vindication. Doors that once closed will begin to open. Opportunities that once passed you by will now seek you out. And those who once doubted you will find themselves quoting your words, following your example, learning from your resilience. So don't worry about defending your name anymore. Your energy already did. Your spirit spoke louder than your critics ever could. What's happening now is a reward for every time you stayed silent when you could have retaliated. Keep walking with that same humility, that same grace, that same quiet strength. Because people are watching, not out of curiosity, but out of inspiration. You've become a living example of how light always wins, even when the world is watching in the dark. And if this message resonates with your journey, don't walk away quietly. Subscribe, stay connected, and keep growing with us. Because your story isn't just about survival, it's about rising so gracefully that even your enemies end up cheering for you. And now repeat this prayer with me. Dear God, surround me with unseen protection. Let every false word spoken against me dissolve into nothingness. Let truth rise higher than rumor. I thank the unseen defenders, those moved by light to speak on my behalf. May they be blessed 100-fold for every word of defense they've offered in love. I stand firm in the knowledge that my worth is not defined by opinion, but by purpose. No voice can distort what has been divinely assigned to me. May every room where my name is mentioned be filled with truth, honor, and peace. Let those who speak of me be guided by integrity. I forgive those who've misunderstood me, and I release those who've spoken against me. I choose peace over vengeance. Let my reputation be carried by truth, not by rumor. Let my energy speak long after I leave the room. I call forth divine protection over my name, my work, my purpose, and my future. May only honesty find me. For every person who defends me, may they feel defended in their own battles. For every person who speaks love, may that love return to them tenfold. I affirm that I am surrounded by light, and no darkness can touch what is guarded by truth. My name will echo in peace, not controversy. My presence will inspire faith, not fear. And so it is. Amen.